Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. Today will be match number 12 of the Tarkir Dragonstorm Arena Gauntlet League. And the deck you see on your screen right now is the sealed deck we're going to play in that said match. Now, it's been quite the ride so far in this league. We've had quite a good bit of success, but we're getting pretty late into the league here now. Late, I mean close to halfway. But these decks are starting to get pretty tuned, and we're starting to run up against some really good decks, good pools, good rares, and it's starting to get tough. So we're going to ride out that storm and hope we can continue to have the success we have had thus far. And as we do to start each video, let's take a look at the top of the 184 player leaderboard to see Pluto looking down upon us all at 13-2. Billy Josh with another good week at 12-3, and lots of 10 and 5s still on the first page of the leaderboard as of right now. And if we scroll down a little bit, we sit in 22nd place with our record of 9-2. So if we are to actually win today's match, we could vault all the way up into potential top 8 position, but we'll see. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves a little bit. Now within the Abzan clan, we are in 6th place, but there are plenty of players above us who have finished for the week. We're starting to think about the potential for a top 8 mega draft within the Abzan clan, considering we're sitting in 1st place in the Clan Ascendancy Challenge, but still a little early to be considering that too seriously. Today's match is against AFKyle, who has a record of 9-5, is in rank 27 in the league, is in the Teamer clan, and is also playing a Teamer deck here today. One of the top or the higher ranked players we've had the pleasure of playing so far in this league. Now AFKyle's lifetime AGL record is 61-82, putting a 42.66% win percentage. Lifetime and ours sits over there on the left, just south of 58% there, with our most recent victory yesterday. Now, AFKyle doesn't have any badges yet, but they're doing pretty well this league, and a win here against us today would put them pretty close to top 8 position on tiebreakers. So it's not to say they can't get one here in this league, and we do have our top 8 badge there on the left. So today's match is going to be a tough one, going against a 9-5 opponent and a Teamer deck. Let's see if we can get it. See you in game 1. Alright, we get to go first here today and start with a mulligan. If this was a swamp, I could keep this, but unfortunately, gotta send it back. And we do actually get something we can keep here. So, keep 6, and the question becomes, do we send back the 100 Battle Veteran or the Ozolith here? I mean, at the very least, if we miss a land drop, the Ozolith can cycle to help us find one. So I think for that reason I'll do this, but it's never fun starting 2 cards down on your opponent here. Well, that means we can cast the Ozolith, so the question becomes, what do we want to lead on here? This probably has attacks sooner. So I'm going to go ahead and play Bearer of Glory. And I mean, the Krumar Initiate can endure on itself with the Ozolith out, so 2 mana put 2 counters on itself, but it does have to do it at sorcery speed. And tap itself, which none of those things are great. So probably just going to attack with Bearer of Glory, play the Initiate, unless I draw a 3-drop here. Sure, play the Initiate. Pack Beast now costs 4. Alright, there are a lot of multicolor cards over in Kyle's pool over there. Savage Knuckleblade, Teamer Battle Crier, Eshki Dragon Claw. That's a 4/4 with what, Trample? Yep. Okay, well, guess we'll miss a land drop here. I suppose I could just cycle the Ozolith. I just don't think at this point... I mean, hitting land drops is more important than trying to just make a random 2/2. But unfortunately, we do miss it, so Looks like it'll be a quick game 1 here. Yeah, tons of multicolor cards. Oh my gosh, there's got to be 35 multicolor cards in this pool. Alright, just a bunch of big beaters. Those are tough to deal with. Yeah, I guess we'll play the land, play another creature, I suppose, and just start... I mean, just a nice old Teamer mid-range deck here. Take 8? I don't really know. Oh, yeah, just 4/4, 4/4, 5/5. It makes my life very difficult. Alright, I guess I'll hold up Osseous Exhale to kill one of these, maybe, and then just start blocking? I don't really know. I guess these can kill something. I'd like this to be able to kill the 5/5. Well, the Exhale is going to kill the 5/5, so this is going to kill the 4/4. So if I don't block, I should probably do this now while they're tapped out, I would think. So let's go ahead and kill the Trampler. Take 5, I think, and then we can block the 4/4. And then Osseous Exhale the 5/5 next turn, maybe? Okay, go to 4. There's the Savage Knuckleblade. So can pump itself to give it +2/+2. I think I'm going to go ahead and Aggressive Negotiations and then hold up Osseous Exhale here. Let's put it on... I guess... Bearer? I'm not sure it matters. Okay, maybe a counterspell here. And there is one Dispelling Exhale in the pool. See if he decides to use it. There's the Dispelling Exhale. Alright, well I kind of have to take that, right? Gosh, all of this is really bad for me. Because if I don't take the Dispelling Exhale, then it's just going to counter my Osseous Exhale next turn. Yeah, I'm getting savaged by every single one of these 3 things is the issue. Right? Like, if I take the Spelling, then I double block and Revenge of the Drowned gets me. I could double block and have Seized Opportunity get me, so I guess the only thing I can do is triple block here and Osseous Exhale that. But that won't even work because of the Seized Opportunity here, right? So if he goes for an all-out swing, then I do lose. So yeah, just got off to a stumbled start here. Okay. So it gives +2/+1. So I guess I can Osseous Exhale this thing, and then I can't really even triple block that because this can give +2/+1. And then they could remove this, make it a, yes, and then the double initiate here. So I guess the Exhale killing that doesn't even work because you can give +2/+2. So I think I'm so wrecked here. So I could do Osseous Exhale and then block with the 2/2 and then chump over here, I guess. I mean, I know he's going to use the opportunity here more than likely, but I mean, I can at least chump over here, which doesn't feel great, but that is something I can do. Doesn't have a trample, so I could do this, and these will at least trade. Because if I double blocked over here, it becomes a 6 toughness creature, so that doesn't work. Putting this here makes this an 8/2, which still trades, and it doesn't have trample, so sure, let's do that. Oh, and a 4/3 was the draw. Yeah, it's just a really good value teamer deck here. I mean, just 5/5s and 4/3s and 4/4s and 4/4s and 4/4s. Like, I can't really compete here. I mean, my creatures do not line up particularly well against it, is the issue. So, gonna have to fight in game 2 and 3, that's for sure. And then play a land. No? Okay, so go here and die. Alright, so we lost game 1 pretty handily. We did go on the play start two cards down on our opponent, but this is going to be a really tough matchup for us, I think. I don't really see... I mean, on the play, another negotiations might be okay. Of all of the rares, there's a herd heirloom. I'm not seeing a ton of... There's Baitor Kin to All, which is the 5/7 flyer. But it looks like he's just running straight Teamer. An Eshki Dragonclaw, Teamer Battlecrier, Savage Knuckleblade, Herd Heirloom, Magmatic Hellkite. So maybe Sarkhan's Resolve, that would get rid of the Hellkite. But that's pretty much it. I don't see a ton of super problematic artifacts and enchantments that I need to bring in Heritage Reclamation for. So if I bring in the negotiations, then what seems not great? I keep coming back to this Cruel Truth. My deck just doesn't care about this kind of thing. I need to win before I'm trying to cast Cruel Truths. Maybe that's a change I need to make going into future matches before I start them. But let's give this a shot here and yeah, see if we can beat this nice looking mid-range value teamer deck. Alright, Descendant of Storms, turn 1. Can it go the distance? It has before. So we're gonna try. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go wide so that Maneuver can kind of kill whatever I need to here. Not necessarily go tall and put all my eggs in the Descendant of Storms basket here. That's a 2/3. That makes my life more difficult. I could... Next turn I can attack and kill this thing, potentially. So let's play Bearer of Glory and then send it back. A 2-mana 2/3 is quite good against me. That holds down the fort while he gets set up with his mana here. Okay, well, I don't think I'm blocking. Must be a tough decision. Must be like, only have one land in hand, but that's a really good card. Yeah, that's a pretty good card, but might have really wanted a land there. Let's see what the follow-up play is. I knock Wayfarer to get the land. There's the land. Okay. So it's still going to stay a 1/1, which means I can actually make this a 3/2 and hold up Coordinated Maneuver, I guess? Or kill the Botanist, maybe? I'm sure it'll trade with the 1/1. Now the question is, do we use the maneuver right now to kill the 2/3? And I think I need to push that damage a little bit. Take 5, go to 13, have no creatures on board over there. That seems decent. But there's just, I mean, all it takes is for him to play just a 4/4. And I need to draw an untapped land to be able to kill it here. Let's see what it is. There's lots of 4-power creatures over there and 4 toughness creatures. There's a 4/4. Draw a land. Miss a land and play a card I can't actually cast. That's nice. Okay. Now we just go to the skies, I suppose. But now we're missing land drops, and he's not, which is not a great recipe for our deck. Okay, down goes Starry-Eyed Skyrider. With Piercing Exhale. Is there a Piercing Exhale in the pool? I don't see one. I'm sure there's many a removal spell, though. Kind of works. More cards I can't cast, including the Riling Dawnbreaker here. Brutal. Okay, we got some points of damage in, I guess, but probably doesn't bode well for us. That means, oh, I can take that. I'm not going to take any more damage this game. That's what I think that means. Sure, take a bunch of damage, I guess. I don't know, you're at 9? What's the follow-up? Something that wipes the board or makes me unable to play? Yeah, that's pretty close. Well, we got a mull to 6. Never drew our second black in the second game. These are the games I'm talking about. Sometimes you just lose matches like this in this league, and it just becomes a little bit difficult. So let's attack. Give that flying. Do I want the counters? Or the 1/1? So probably blocking here. I Osseous Exhale it and then go to 8. Next turn I can attack for currently 5. If I put the counter on this, it attacks for 6, so it doesn't really change the clock. Although 7, 8 if I draw land and Bearer of Glory, but the Pharaoh would have to hold back. I don't know. So I think I'm probably just on it's Skyrider or bust at this point. Probably like chumping this, taking a lot of damage here. Okay, so that's down. They take 5. So now they left themselves open to having to chump with the Feral here, which is pretty good, but I'm sure there's a backup plan. our mana situation just... It's worked out for us so far, being 9-2, but I mean, this match it really shows its faults in the fact that we're just not quite as consistent in the mana base as I want to be. But it's sealed. Can't really do much about that. I mean, this pool that we're playing against has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, another card I can't cast. I was going to say 13 dual or tri-lands. I mean, what am I supposed to do now? Just attack with this and trade it with that? That doesn't seem very good. I can't cast a card. So go ahead, I guess. It's just frustrating not being able to play. Okay, down that goes. Bringing back the double power, double toughness, and then fight spell, so... Ooh, jeez. Yeah, so we're just mega dead now. Well, we never really got to play this game, unfortunately. Oh, well. Alright, so we go to 9-3, and let's hope that our comeback packs are going to be pretty good for us. And, or at least the one that we get to choose is going to be pretty good for us, and that we can actually improve our deck a little bit, if anything, in the mana base alone. Cool, another card I can't cast. Alright, so... GG's, I guess. But like I said, we've won some matches like that. Guess it's our turn to lose it. Well, unfortunately, over the course of a 30-match league, you're going to get matches like that aren't particularly competitive, and it doesn't feel great, but they happen. So we go from 22nd with our 9-2 record, and we do drop just a little bit down to 24th with 9-3 record here. Few opponents sitting below us at 10-4, and if we are to win next week, we could still jump up above all these 10-5s as well. So it's not looking too bad for us. Still take a 9-3, but any more losses and it starts to get a little dicey looking for that top 8 spot here. Within the Abzan clan, we do stay where we are in 6th position. Made My Bust is down there at 9-4. If we lose next week, we likely get passed by them, but very hard to catch Pluto, who's also in our clan here too. Now, as part of the losses in this league, you are presented with 2 comeback packs to add to your pool. And here is the first from Tarkir Dragonstorm, a regular old play booster. And there's some goodies here, but not a ton. We do get a Caustic Exhale, a Loxodon Battle Priest, and past that it's not great. There's a Rakshasa's Bargain, but that's just card draw, and I've already considered cutting my other card draw spell. The rare doesn't really pull us in a particular direction. Channel Dragonfire, Glacial Dragon Hunt. There's some decent-ish cards here, but I'm not sure a ton really work for us. And in the second pack, the Tarkir Reforged pack that we have the option to take, the rare is a dud in Sultai Ascendancy. There's a Planar Disruption for our deck. There's a Bathe in Dragonfire, which is a good card. There's an Arcus Acolyte, I guess, on the splash. A Watcher in the Roost, which I don't think is very good. Mardu Skull Hunter, I guess. Ruthless Ripper. Yeah, it's not the greatest of comeback packs. So I did go ahead and end up taking the first of these 2 packs, the Tarkir Dragonstorm Play Booster. So now for the fun part. I've gone ahead and added all of the relevant cards from our comeback pack over here on the right. And we get to decide how to make cuts. So Caustic Exhale is a 100%er, that is going in. Loxodon Battle Priest is a 100%er, that's going in. I think the Death Gorger is going to be good enough in this deck. We added an extra Exhale, we have this Exhale, we have 2 Sentinels. The extra Dragon I think could help us at least a little bit here. We had one Lancer, but I've got two for now. There is a Lightfoot technique, but I think I don't want to main deck two of those. I might main deck one, we'll see. This Rakshasa's Bargain, I don't think is going to make the cut. We don't care too much about the graveyard synergy, and I feel like I've been citing out Cruel Truths most games, so I suppose I could bring that in if I felt like I had to. And then the Kinguard is a definite maybe. So what I'd like to do here with the final 5 cuts, I would like to shore up my mana base a little bit. So what cards do I really not need to splash anymore? The Pummeler and the Leopard stand out. So I've got Warden of the Grove, I'd love to splash that. The Ozolith is basically free because it cycles. Hullamark Siege, I'd love to splash that. And Host of the Hereafter I think is good enough to splash as well. So now I have 3 more cuts here. And where do we go in this direction? So I could cut that second Lancer that I just added. I think the Cruel Truths, like I mentioned, is one that's probably got to go. I don't want to cut too many creatures necessarily. I guess the Lightfoot technique hasn't really done what I've wanted it to do. The Chief of the Edge didn't really help us very much in the last game, but I do think it's still pretty good as a 2-drop here, so I might just cut this Lightfoot technique, and then... I mean, the last cut, what could that be? The Lancer's actually decent as a flyer with Mobilize 1. This has been fine for us. I think the Sentinels are still going to be good for fixing. I can probably... Alright, go away. Cut a Forest in the favor of... Let's see, how many... I got 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards I'd want to be playing on 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white cards, but I already have 12 white sources here, so I guess I can bring in a a swamp here. All right, come on. Bring in 1 swamp. And then we still have one last cut to make. I think the Kinguard seems... Do we care about this? I mean, what is it good with? It's good with the Bearer of Glory. It's good with Coordinated Maneuver. Maybe that makes it good enough. It's fine with the Ozolith. Yeah, I think it's fine enough here. So, the Bodyguard seems okay. This 100 Battle Veteran hasn't really been great for us, but I think the Skull Hunter seems fine. Everything else over here I kind of like in the main deck. I think we need this Current in here. So maybe this 100 Battle Veteran or the second Lancer. And I think the Lancer is better than the Veteran. So I guess something like this is what I'm looking at. We got to add a few cards here, but nothing wildly powerful. And we still have 5 black sources, 6, 7, 8 black sources with the Abzan Devotee. Or sorry, green sources. For 1, 2, 3, 4 green cards is what we're cut down to now, which is pretty good. And I don't think there's any reason to consider a rebuild, because, I mean, we would have to look into blue or something like that. And I just don't think any of the other colors are good enough to consider moving in away from what's done well for us so far. If we open some bomb rare in our next comeback pack, maybe we could consider it, but this is seemed like it's been doing pretty well for us so far. So this is the deck we will submit here for next matchup tomorrow in match number 13. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you tomorrow for your Arena Gauntlet League match.